Hello and good morning. Today I am Firdaus bin Hazimin, number matrix 12104225. Today I want to present about a social identity theory. So we go to the next page. Okay. What is a social identity? Social identity is a person's sense of who they are based on their group membership. From Henry Tedfeld. Next, in order to increase our self-image, to enhance the status of the group to which we belong. For example, England is the best country in the world. We can also increase our self-image by discriminating and being prejudiced against the out-group. For example, the Americans, France, and Germany are a bunch of losers. Therefore, we divide the world into them and us based through a process of social categorization. This is known as in-group us and out-group them. Social identity theory states that the in-group will discriminate against the out-group to enhance their self-image. After that, the central hypothesis of social identity theory is that group members of an in-group will seek to find negative aspects of an out-group, thus enhancing their self-image. Prejudice, prejudice, prejudice between cultures may result in racism in its extreme forms. Racism may result in genocide, such as occurred in Germany with the Jews, in Rwanda between the Hutus and Tutsis, and more recently in the former Yugoslavia between the Bosnia and Serbs. We go to the next page and about the solution from my social identity theory is category people in the same way. We categorize people in the same way. We see the group to which we belong, the in-group as being different from the other, the out-group, and members of the same group as being more similar than they are. Social categorization is one explanation for prejudice, attitudes, them and us mentality, which lead to in-groups and out-groups. So about the explanation is still have a gap between in-group and out-group. So we look to the example of in-group and out-group in the next page. Okay. Example in group and out-groups. First, Northern Ireland, Catholic and Protestants. Second, Rwanda, Hutus and Tutsis. Yugoslavia, the Bosnia and Serbs. Germany, Jews and the Nazis. Politics, Labour and the Conservative. Football, Liverpool and Manchester United. Gender, males and females. No transgender. No transgender. Social class, middle and working classes. So we go to the social identity theory outline. Or in this page, step by step to get a solution about the social identity theory. First, analysis. We base our analysis on social identity theory. Social identity theory was developed and purpose that there are three mental processes involved in evaluating others as us or them. and or we can describe in group or in group and out group. Yeah, this take place in a particular order. So we go to the second step is categorization. We categorize objects in order to understand them and identify them. The we categorize objects in order to understand them and identify them. In a very similar way, we categorize people, including ourselves, in order to understand the social environment. We use social categories like black, white, Australian, Christian, Muslim, student, and bus driver because they are useful and available. If we can assign people to a category then that tell us things about those people, and as we saw with the bus driver example, we could not function in a normal manner without using this category. Similarly, we found out things about ourselves by knowing what categories we belong to. We define appropriate behavior by referring to the norms of group we belong to, but you can only do this if you can tell who belongs to your group. An individual can belong to many different groups. So we go to the last step is comparison. Tend to compare the group with other groups. So we go to the final stage is social comparison. Once we have categorized ourselves as part of a group and have identified with that group, we then tend to compare that group with other groups. If our self-esteem is to be maintained, our groups need to compare favorable with other groups. This is critical to understanding prejudice because once two groups identify themselves as rivals, they are forced to compete in order for the members to maintain their self-esteem. Competition and hostility between groups is thus not only a matter of competing for resources like jobs, but also the result of competing identities. So that's all my step to get a solution about the social theory. So I can conclude, can give a conclusion. Just to reiterate, in social identity theory, the group membership is not something foreign or artificial which is attached onto the person. It is a real, true, and vital part of the person. Again, it is crucial to remember in groups you identify with and outgroups are ones that we do not identify with and may discriminate against. That's all for me. Thank you.